Hello, everyone. Thank you all for watching the stream. Just kick back, relax, enjoy yourself. Stay tuned for my newest video series, A Simple Man's Tower, Episode 1. Will be airing on or around the 6th of every month. Um, we're thinking about doing a stone pack giveaway if I reach 1,000 subscribers, but I'm not really sure yet. Um, I really don't have a lot of finances, you know, but yeah, stay tuned for any announcements that I may have. But if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. You know, uh, I'm not trying to cheese my way to getting more subscribers, but it would be nice. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and uh, I hope all is well. Hi, Sturdy. How you doing today? Thanks for the like, Sturdy. Appreciate it. No luck on pulls yet. I haven't pulled. I haven't pulled, man. I'm waiting for my video on the 6th. I'm gonna do it's a new video series I'm doing called A Simple Man's Tower, and it's where I go through my progression. It's like my progression videos. Oh no, you okay? Dang, man. Keep. Hey, look at it like this. Uh, you're getting all the bad pulls out of the way. Think of it like that. You know. Uh, some people say that your chances of getting an epic are like 1 in 600 pulls. But sometimes you could go up to 3,000 pulls, and if you hit once you hit 3,000 gems and do 150 pulls, you'll automatically get an epic. You're guaranteed one at that point. But yeah, they I guess the math is like 1 in 600 or something like that. So keep pulling, man. Keep pulling. But you're almost finished with cards, but they have the event mission. When the event mission comes up, you finish your cards then, you know. But in the meantime, try to get yourself a multiverse or a galaxy compressor or an astral deliverance, you know, something useful. I think you have. Do you have wormhole already? The stream starts and I immediately hear thunder. Oh man. Oh, it's gonna be a it's gonna be a rough run. Hopefully no hail this time. I hope. Negative mass projector. That's fine for right now. But I got the wall, So wormhole. I think you have the wall too. So I don't think wormhole's good for you. Um, yeah, sharp fortitude is better for you. Yeah, it's better for me too. Hopefully, I get one. Well, actually, I need two. In order to replace my wormhole, I need two. To be honest, but I mean, I'll be happy with one copy, so that way, when I do get my second copy, I could switch. But if I get two in this gym pool that I'm gonna do, the 6,000 gym pool, then I'll go ahead and switch it for that and just run that. I think it'll outperform because I have a mythic wormhole, but I think a legendary sharp fortitude will outperform my mythic wormhole. But losing all that health regen is gonna suck because I got mythic health regen on my wormhole. So yeah, that's gonna suck. Also, I did a risky move last night. I bought the Rend armor unlock and gained around 1,000 billion coin gain immediately. Oh, really? Is it that good? I don't know. I heard people say it's not that good. Well, maybe if you have a developed workshop already, went from 1.26T to 1.38. So uh, that's that's a hundred. That's like 102%. I think 102% more. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, I can't wait to make a trillion a run. But these labs, man, you know, these labs, man, are terrible. As a matter of fact, let me check. Okay, I'm not there yet. Let me see. Okay, wall regen 8. What's your wall regen at, Sturdy? I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I hear that the longer enemies stay on the screen, the lower the coin value is. Um. Well, I mean, how do people do orb devil? You know, I don't think that's the case. I think what it does is it lowers your frames or whatever, and that could affect your coin gain. But if your frames are good, then the more you hoard enemies, the more coins you make, pretty much. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just, just saying, I'm just guessing. A wise man once said, "I don't know, I'm just guessing." Okay, so what was I at? I need regen 8. Yeah, I need regen 8. So regen 8 will cost got 68 billion. So 69 billion. Uh, it might, just because you're not making the enemies every not making the enemies every round. Like you get 40, but only kill 30. Well, with my setup, I still knock enemies into the orbs, so it doesn't really. But with Orb Devil, what you end up doing is you're using your thorns to kill all the basics. So even with that strategy, but with my strategy, with it hoarding enemies like that, I still kill enemies because I knock enemies into my orbs. So I still get a lot of spawns. You know, but it's only whenever the wall is up. Whenever the wall's not up, I'm doing it's pretty much just blender. But when the wall comes up, they hoard around my tower like that. I don't know why it does that, but I think it has something to do with scatters. The scatters are so I'm trying to get my wall thorns up to 10. My wall thorns are going up to 10, and I'm just gonna keep pumping gems for right now into health regen. But I might stop after this one because I need to save gems from now into the six to do a 6,000 pull, and I just want to make sure I have that. I mean, I could probably do 1,000 gems by then, so that's why I'm just gonna spend this 1,000 and knock it down to 5,000, and then just save the rest of them for my gem pool. Or I might just stay at six and then pull some modules here and there to kind of prepare for it. You know. Well, I pulled some mods last night. You know, if I get 10, I'll tell you what. If I get 10 likes on the screen, I'll pull 10 modules. You know, I'll do the same thing as yesterday. If I get 10 likes, I'll pull 10 modules. You know. Yeah, and the and if you look, like when you press where the wave is, it says tier 6 wave 6792. When you press that button, um you see that you have see my active enemies, you know, and the spawn rate. So right now I'm only keeping 56 on the screen at one time, and the rest of them are dying. You know what I mean? Or I think that's how that reads. I'm not sure. People say Orb Devil is nice, but I notice good no notice good luck with it. Oh, you never notice good luck with it. I do want to eventually get Orb Mastery because you get a 1.4 coin multiplier. Yeah, I mean you got to be making quadrillions. I mean, unless you save for it. But really, there's no reason to save in this game. You know, I would wait till you're making a Q, a run, or a trillion. You know, well, I don't know. You're making a trillion a run already, but I wouldn't save your coins for that. You know, because there's a lot that comes with it, and there's the stones. You have to spend stones for that too. And if it's gonna be your first mastery, I don't know if you have any masteries already, but from what I hear, you want recovery package chance as your first mastery. That's probably gonna be the best mastery. If you don't have none, then recovery package chance should be your first mastery, because that way you could level up your modules. That's why I'm saying, Sturdy, you need to pull modules. Because you're hurting yourself with that, big time. You know, there's gonna come a you know You make 5 to 6 billion in a minute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's good, man. You know, I mean, you got to be making a trillion a minute if you want to hit the quadrillion point. You know, and then the quintillion point is insane. You know, you got to be freaking making trillions a minute. I mean, multiple trillions a minute for that. You know, because that's a quintillion. There's quadrillion, and then I think it's quintillion. So a quadrillion is like 100 million quadrillion. A quintillion is 100 million quadrillion. Uh, I've seen it reach 8.5. Yeah, but you're still not there, sturdy and honest. You're saving up everything, and then even then, you need to save 100. You need to do 100 million runs. If you're making 1 trillion, I don't, hold on. I mean, I'm not good at math, but it's something like that. You know, you gotta save a lot of runs to do that. I think it's 100 runs or something. A trillion goes into quadrillion like 100 times or something. I don't know, or 1,000. It's 1,000. You have to do 1,000 runs to hit 1 quadrillion. 1,000. I'm saving coins to get more coin bonus and workshop enhancements. Yeah, I mean that's good. You know, that's good. Yeah, don't worry about card masteries right now at your level, sturdy. I mean, unless you want to do 1,000 runs and save all of them. I mean, that's up to you. But I don't think it's 1 quadrillion by itself. I mean, you can look it up. You know, it's insane. You know, and you have to reach tier 16 wave 100 in order to unlock it. And that's a beast right there. That's a heck of a run right there. Tier 16, it's gonna be tough. Uh, oh, you need 50 little Q. Wow. All right, I died. So I'm not gonna be ready to move up a tier anytime soon. Because this wall stuff is killing me. And I need to get better thorns. So maybe I might not gem rush anymore because yeah, it's hurting me. So let's see what we got here. We have nothing to put in there. I can't even put 10 of something in any of these. Let's go down to 5. So super crit I could. Um, enemy attack skips. I wonder. Say I do 1. I could do 1 in enemy attack level skip. So let's do that. I know it looks like I made a little bit of coin that run, but I spent it all. I spent it all uh, with the wall regen lab. So let's go ahead and start up another run. I have some. I mean, I have some, but there's not enough. There's not enough lab space, man. You know. I mean, there's just not. Oh crap! Oh shit! There we go. Yeah, there's just not enough lab space. Yeah, I'll do that mission later. How much? What? Oh, how much? I mean, not that much. Workshop defense discount minus 16. Workshop utility down 14. Yeah, like I said, I have some, but not a lot. But whenever I hit, later stages in the game, I'll revisit utility discounts. But really, wall lab discounts is probably gonna be where I go. But yeah, I'll probably revisit utility discounts, get it a little higher. To like maybe 40 or 50. No, man, it's not. It's really not worth it right now at this level. It's not. And I have other things I need to do. I mean, I have other things I need to get done. You know, and I was only working with 40 billion when I did that just now. At the end of my runs, I get upwards of 500 or something like that. Well, I mean, when I have when I get this wall completed, it'll be better. But yeah, this last time I made like 300 billion, but I spent it all during the run on wall labs. Just gym rushing them. Like I said, I'm probably gonna gym rush until I hit 5,000. Then I'll stop and start saving 6,000 again because I really want to have 6,000 when I pull modules for my video. And my EALS is pretty high. I've only put a couple of points in there. I mean, it's all right. It's not the highest in the world, but it's better than what I had. I tell you that much. I just barely started putting points into EALS. But it is in the how do you say it's in the to do list for sure, sturdy. You know, eventually I'll get there. You know, I mean, I could probably get it up to 20 pretty fast, but I mean, this wall is hindering my farming for right now. So I need to focus on wall and getting the thorns up and getting my health regen up. And once I get it to 10, then I can start doing wall fortification. And then my next move after that is getting thorns to 10. And once that's at 10, I'll stop that and I'll go and I'll probably do more econ in that slot. And then once my daily mission shards gets to 20, I'm going to do reroll shards to 20 after that. So that's my plan for the next, week or so, is getting all that stuff done. But I'm going to try to get my wall regen in a nice spot today with gems. I could probably do maybe one or two more levels with gems uh, today. And right now I'm on 7. No, I'm working to okay. So I'm working to 7. So I'm going to 8. So I could probably get 8 and 9 done and just wait 10 out. Just wait the time that 10 takes. You pulled 98, but no epic. Well, you have to 150. Yeah, but sturdy. You have to respec your workshop in order for it to work, right? Like let's say right now I started the lab and I got it to level 50. I have to respec my workshop to get those coins back. It doesn't automatically give you the coins back. You have to respec and then put the points back into it. That's the way that works. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, it's not. That ain't. I mean, for each point you spend afterwards, yeah. But if you want to have it like a true discount, you have to respec it. Like let's say I put two, like I have the 200 points, right? Like in there. Well, let's say I spend another 200 right now, and while I'm researching it to 50, for each level, like I say, each time it levels up, and I put more coins into it. Those coins will be discounted, but uh, if I want if I wanted to get my money back, I have to respec my workshop and then put the points back in there. Then you get those coins back. So, like I said, it's something that I'm gonna do in the future. It's not really a priority right now, because in the future I'm gonna get it to 40 or 50, and then I'll just respec my workshop and I'll get all those coins back, and I could put them in other places. You know. And like I said, the coins you saw me spend right there was only 40 billion coins, sturdy. I didn't have the 300 million on hand. I only had 40 because I spent the rest of the 300 billion on the lab during the run. But I still think that regen trade off isn't worth it for me right now. I'm not gonna take it this go around because I could last longer without it. But last night it picked it for me on auto pick, and I kind of had the same results. So I mean I mean I'm right now I'm losing about 200 billion a run, 400 billion a day just building this wall. But I'm glad I made the decision to gym rush. You know, just to get my wall a little bit stronger. Yeah, wall regen is like really good. And I also got my wall health to 15. I got wall health to 15 today, and my wall regen is going to 8. Or going it's 7. It's going to 7. It's going to 7. And then I'm thinking I'm going to hit 8, maybe 9 with gyms with this run. And then I'll stop and save the rest of them for my module pool. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, Paradise. I mean, a couple of more, man, you might get it. You're guaranteed at 150. uh, excuse me. Uh, Yeah, I mean, it's really not worth until like way later when EALS starts costing trillions. You know that's when you do that. You know, no brownie. Yeah. Yeah, maybe do the workshop discount a little bit. But that's the thing. There's just so many labs and so little space. Like the moment you start working on something, you're 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 not progressing in everything else that you need to do. You know what I mean? So like right now for me, my wall stuff is more important than anything else. It's more important than econ, any of that stuff. Because if I don't get this wall going, I'm losing 400 billion a day. Welcome back. So I need to get this wall going. I can't sacrifice my wall labs for anything, you know, and and that's just the way it is right now. But uh, they're gonna be done pretty quick. You know what I mean? I have them on 3 times speed. No, you're good. Yeah. So yeah, these labs, man, are the name of the game. That's why I'm not gonna rush any stone packs anytime soon. You know, but I am gonna buy the next event mission for sure. My wall fort is creeping up on the trail. Yeah, it gets expensive. It gets expensive pretty quick. So I have the lab discount and lab speed permanent until max. That's on you. also had several months on me. Oh, Paradise, yeah. Yeah, I was doing lab speed for a while. I got mine to 50, but I stopped it. I stopped it for Death Wave Cell bonus. But Paradise, keep in mind that from 95 to 100, I mean to 99, 95 to 99, that's going to take just as long as it took to get there. So however long it takes you to get to 95, that's how long 95 to 99 is. That's like months. Don't get me wrong. The measured progress is nice, but I wish I could get that explosive coin gain again. Yeah, like after unlocking double black hole or something like that. You know the big boosts. Yeah, yeah, man. You're not gonna get that back anytime soon, man. Now it's just a slow grind. Unless you have gems. That's also true. That's also true. But imagine how much it's gonna cost to gem 35 days worth of waiting. I mean, that gotta be in the 5, 6 thousand or something. You know, no. Not as much as a year. Yeah, that's for sure. 25,000. What lab costs a year? What lab takes a year to complete? Yeah, I've never heard of a lab taking as long as a year. I know the Shatter Shards labs get up there, but I don't know. I don't know if there's any labs that take a whole year. Waiver requirements is one of them. Takes 16 years to complete wave requirements? Damn. there's some that could take longer than a year. It was on early from anti-cheat. Yeah, I don't know. That's a long time for a lab spot to be occupied. But I mean, I guess if you're like like if you're super in game, then I guess. Shoot, I got a lot of anxiety waiting for the speed lab. The to get 5 times speed. That thing took like 30 days at man. And then like but like halfway through it, I ended up getting the 1.5 cells. So I put it at 1.5 times and left that permanent for a while. So it shaved off some time from the 30 days. But I remember like chewing my nails, man, waiting for that thing to finish. You know, and the first time I had to save those 3,000 gems to get the fifth lab, man, it seemed like those days took long, man. Just tapping away, trying to save 3,000. For a long time, I was only doing 4 labs, and then I jumped on Tags' stream, and I was like, "Do I need to unlock the fifth lab?" He was like, "Yes, ASAP." I was like, "Okay." And started saving from there. The last level in waves required cost 7,853 days and 15 hours 13 minutes. Wow. Yeah, but at the time you're doing that lab, you're probably at the level where you have 6 times speed, and your lab speed is 2.99. Well, technically, I've only been doing 3 labs because I've been doing lab discount and lab speed forever. Yeah, I took mine out, bro. I did death wave cells for that. But I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go back to lab speed for that. I mean, I haven't done the lab discount. I mean, I feel like I really don't need it right now. You know, not at this level. But whenever I do get there, to me that's in-game stuff. Like when you get it that high, then you respec your workshop, you get all those coins back. You know. But lab speed is important. I'm not going to tell anybody not to do that one. I mean that's a good lab to have. But it just occupies that space. And my thinking is it's better for me to do death wave cells because I could 4 or 5x my labs quicker, instead of waiting 10 days for a 2% increase, you know. But it is a good lab though. I mean, I'm not knocking the lab. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good lab. But I'm not going to be waiting 10 days for 2%. Lab discounts you don't get back. Oh, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Well, you're setting yourself up for the future, you know? Because in the future, you're when you start doing your card masteries and stuff, it's going to be cheaper. 65T on labs. Yeah, they could get pretty expensive. For me personally, I just have so much I have to do with so little lab space. I can't sacrifice not one of my labs right now for me. You know, I have a plan, you know, and I'm trying to get this plan knocked out, you know. I can't defer from the plan, you know. That's why I haven't I lately I haven't even been asking for advice, you know, because you're gonna get 10 different answers, and then I'm gonna get confused, you know. And but if somebody does make a good suggestion, like like earlier, somebody suggested that I need to do wall regen, and they were like, "Yeah, your wall keeps dying because you don't have wall regen." You say you need to get that to 10 ASAP. And so I was like, and then I did one level and saw that my wall was staying strong, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna gym this. So I've been gymming it up to 9 at least. Oh, you spent the same amount, sturdy? Go duration instead of game speed, because who knows when I'll get it again. I need as much econ as I can right now, even if it's going slow. told me yesterday. Yeah, I don't have the best memory there, Sturdy. What are you talking about? I got a boo boo on my brain. Ugh. Oh, you're considering bringing it to 300% for tournament. Oh, your wall regen? Yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Yeah, wall regen is super important. But I'm realizing now that my wall thorns need to be a little bit better. So I think I'm just gonna do it level by level. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do this right now before I forget. I'm gonna do that for right now and just see how it looks like every level. Well, you know what? I just might take it up to 10. What's your thorns at, Sturdy, in Paradise? What's the percent wall thorns you got? I think sharp fortitude does something to it too, so maybe I don't need to take it too high. But I heard 10% is a good place to have it. I mean that'll probably prevent all the enemies from hoarding my tower. You know, at the end of the run. Oh, and then I didn't turn on my chain either. I could have turned on my chain. I totally forgot. Another 500 in the health and health regen. Tourneys as well. Tornado one. Oh no. So yours is at 11 right now. 11%. But you're not running sharp fortitude, right? Paradise. You have oh you're the one who has wormhole. Yeah, yeah, man. I hope you're all right, sturdy. You know, block the door with something heavy, and if you have to, get in the bathtub and pray. All right, Paradise. No, damn. Well, God damn. Whenever you're a kid and they do those tornado warnings and you got to go underneath your desk, just get underneath your table, dude, and just pray to all hell. That what the hell is that desk gonna do? If a tornado hits you, you're dead. That you're underneath your desk and the fucking tornado goes. I'd rather be standing outside, just right there, just like come get me, motherfucker. I'm right here. Go ahead. jump under. You get under the desk. Is that's the answer, dude? No way. It's like 2 feet tall. Dang, you're screwed, dude. You're just totally screwed. Just run like hell, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Or just face it, dude. Just face the music. Just let it come to you and be like, yeah, I'm right here. Come get me, dude. Excuse me. Uh, you couldn't even squat under it. Tell Spartan to hang my plaque on his Discord. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Spartan said hello to me earlier. I really liked that. That made me feel good. He said he was watching my videos, so I'm happy about that. That really made me feel good. Hey, when you're looking at my at my stream, do I have my logo and the panda bear and the chat? Can you see all that? When you're looking at my stream, I should have my logo and a panda bear underneath it, and the chat on the opposite side of the tower. Is that showing up for you? Yes. And now the hill's coming. Now that I mentioned it, right? Like, hey, now that you mentioned your freaking logo, hey, hey, Christian, how you doing? We're chilling, trying to trying to break out of this tier 6, man. It's killing me. I'm losing 400 billion a day, dude. Was building this wall. Getting oh you go oh really? How many waves you doing tonight? Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, good luck to you too, Christian. Um, yeah, sturdy, definitely, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope and I pray everything is all right for you, man. You know, if you got to, dude, go, jump in your neighbor's car, dude, and be like, fuck this, dude. How many waves you doing, Christian? If that's who I think it is, he's gonna be up. He's gonna be doing 7 to 10, 7 to 10K wave. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it was you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. You gonna do it tonight, or you gonna wait for tomorrow, or you gonna wait for the last second, right? Hell is twice the size of yesterday. Wow, dude, man, you gotta move. Get out of there. Yeah, get out of there. Come down here to Texas. You ain't gotta worry about none of that. A little okay, a little after reset. Yeah, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know if what time is good for me, because I don't want to join after it resets, like here in a couple of minutes or whatever, and then I get into a bracket with all the sweaty, you know, stone packers, But I'm in Platte right now, so I mean, I really don't have to worry too much. But I think tomorrow morning is my play. You know, or just do it on stream at 5 because Spartan and Tags are gonna be doing their tournaments during the day, and I usually start my stream around 5:30. So they'll probably almost be done with their tournaments by then, and then I'll start mine, and and I'm gonna try to do at least 1,700 plus. You know, I mean that's the plan for right now, but it could change. I've been for tournaments. I've been using. Oh shoot. I've been using Pulsar. It's been working out for me. Yeah. Yeah, Pulsar Harvester. It performs really well. But I mean, it just depends on the battle conditions, really. I really don't know. But last time I've been using it these past two tournaments, and I think it's been doing all right. Because at my level, I can't run project funding. It doesn't make sense for me to run project funding because I don't max. I don't even max my workshop during the tournament at all. I'm struggling to try to get health and health regen there at the last couple of waves, and they still don't end up being maxed. And I have 5,000 into it in my workshop. Pulsar Harvester with the right setup is much stronger than project funding. You're using Pulsar Harvester, and and I'm beating so many stronger people. Are you doing the bounce web strat? Pulsar Harvester is 100% great for tourney. Yeah, yeah, I know it. Yeah, yeah, I know who you are. I was in the chat with you earlier. Yeah, yeah, you're way up there, man. You're way up there. But for you, it doesn't even matter. You can wait to the last minute, join and beat everybody, probably. You know. But it's just hard, man. Like some of these brackets are like really really sweaty. You know, like even probably even for you. There might be a bracket that sometimes you join. You got all these sweaties in there. All the top dogs or something. I wonder if it does it by your ranking. Now that you're what top 25. I wonder if they bracket you with the rest of the top 25. Yeah. Or top 20, is it top 25% or top 25? Uh okay, yeah, I'll check it out, Sturdy. Yeah, yeah, man. Or but who knows? Because I bet you sometimes they bracket you and you end up you know getting top 4 or something. But then there's other brackets you join, and then they put you with every sweaty stone packer whale that there is. let's go defense percent. You know what? Whenever I do run my tournament, I'm gonna do the baby bounce web, and you put my astral deliverance on and pray. But like, please, just get me some more waves, like golly. But I really don't think my cannon module matters at all, man. But last time I did better with my legendary cannon. My I had because I have this. I mean, but last time I used this, and to me it seemed like it did better for me. But maybe I'll try my astral deliverance out and see what happens. I'll be a baby bounce web. We're about to ride the lightning. Baseball hill. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, it's up. Okay, I'll watch it right now. Uh, Dang, dude. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Sturdy. Sorry, man. Hope you're all right. Oh, the new day is here. Okay, demon mode and tanks. That sounds easy enough. Let's go ahead and claim these bad boys, get my gems, because I need them to rush my labs. I need all I could get. Did I claim my, yeah, I already claimed this. Uh, yeah, maybe I need to get steel. I mean, I'm not gonna use it, but maybe I won't, dude. I'll just leave that in there and just spend the rest of the currency elsewhere for right now. I mean, I still have 16 days of that. How long? 15 days. Yeah, so V27 might end up dropping in 15 days. Fingers crossed. See what happens. But what's sad is I don't think they ever release any patch notes. I mean, they give you like a little taste of it, but I don't, I want the full patch notes, something I could like read, like a lot, like all the other games. I've noticed they don't really do that. I mean, I'm not knocking them, but some people like that kind of stuff. Like any changes or whatever, like the percentages and all that. Some gamers really enjoy that. But it's a fun game. I love this game. But the patch notes would be nice. Something to read and see what's coming and exactly all the numbers that they tweaked on it or whatever. You know, or if they're gonna put something new in the game, like let's say they do a multiverse banner or something like that. Give the players like 2 weeks notice in advance so we could save up our gems. But they'll probably never do that. You know, because they want people to buy the gems. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I bought a couple of gems, but oh, it's only because like one time I messed up doing a respec, and so I bought enough gems to do another respec, and then another time I was like 150 away from getting a card slot or something like that. And so I just paid $5 or whatever it was to get the 150. Another big move that I'm gonna end up doing is trying to get my golden bot synced. But really, I need to wait until I have at least a mythic multiverse before I even think about that. I mean, really, I should just wait all the way until I get an ancestral. That's probably the best move because. But if I do end up getting an ancestral, at least I'll have my bot's cooldown down enough, and then I just got to put a few more points into it. But yeah, I mean, I need at least a mythic before I even consider doing that. Because to me, it's just not worth it right now for me. And my golden bot's not developed very well either. You know, I have a baby golden bot. You know, but I'm working on it. I'm chipping away. Right now, I'm doing a lot of duration, and then I'm gonna go back to bonus, and then make them all match. So 540 medals each for each click on each one, and then I'm gonna raise up my range after I have that, and just get max range and knock that out first. Part two is out. Okay. Oh, wow. sturdy? I mean, don't tell me you have to walk in that to work like you had to do it yesterday. Yeah, man. Yeah, down here in Texas, we don't have that kind of weather at all, man. We don't. We have hot and humid all day long. You know, it rains every now and again, but not really like that. That's already 2 days in a row for you. You know, we'll get a hailstorm, but it won't be 2 days in a row. You know, it'll be a couple of hours maybe. I mean, but we have had some. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've had some that were real bad, but I mean, not that I could. I don't think I could remember the last time we held for a couple of days. Well, no, I take that back. Like I remember, I was telling you yesterday. I used once upon a time. I used to do auto glass. I used to be a delivery driver for an auto glass warehouse. So they had a bunch of auto glass in this warehouse, and the customer, the one that changes out the window or whatever it is, like the technicians, the company, they would order whatever auto glass they need. So like let's say they need a front windshield for a suburban, a '98 suburban, whatever. Well, we I would deliver that glass to them, right? And anyways, uh, there's there was a time whenever there was this big hailstorm. I think it lasted maybe a week. I mean, this was years ago. But man, people's glasses were getting shattered left and right, man, and we made a lot of money. That yeah, that's for sure. That week was a big profit for us. But you know, I was getting paid by the hour. But the technicians, the ones that put the glass in there, the ones that install that stuff, dude, they wow, they were getting kind of like Safe Light. Like Safe Light was one of our was like let's say Safe Light was one of our like if we don't have a glass, we deliver it to Safe Light and they put it in your car for us or whatever. But Safe Light has their own warehouse. So I'm just giving that as an example. But there's other technicians, you know, and there's like these small mom and pops and stuff, and they do a lot of car glass and all that. So they'll order a bunch of glass from us, and then we'll go deliver it to them. But the thing is let's say you have a rare glass in the back of your and a rock flies up or something and chips it. As soon as you get there, they're like, "Dude, this glass belongs to a Porsche and it's broken," and y'all can't order me another one until next week or something. It's like, dude, hey, I can't control rocks flying up, dude. You know what I mean? Like, hey, now you're just gonna have to wait till next week. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, that ain't my fault. You know, people are so weird, man, when it comes to that stuff. I mean, I could understand the frustration, but don't take it out on me. You know what I mean? Like, don't kill the messenger. You know what I mean? Or don't cuss me out. Cuss my boss out. You know what I mean? Like, like this dude named Ralphie. He owned his own business, and boy, Ralphie was but there was a time where I was just ignoring him. I was like, Ralphie, you could cuss me out all day. I don't care. You're talking to the wrong one. Talk to Jimmy. Talk to the boss. Like, hey, what do you want me to say? All I can say is I'm sorry. We don't, where's my glass? Like sometimes the girl that takes the orders in the office, like she'll mess up and she'll forget to order them the glass or whatever. And then here I am handing them all the glass. She's like, hey, where's the glass for the Suburban or whatever? The 98. Dude, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Blah 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 blah. Dude, chill out. I'm the delivery guy. You know, what, what do you want me to do, dude? Standard perks, death wave. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and go free ups. Let's do the damage trade off. Let's do boss. Uh, I'll go ahead and do this one because it's early. I'm gonna grab coins while it's up there. Spotlight. Get all those greens and purples out of the way. And gems. Gems. Yeah, oh Ralphie, man, he sheesh, man. But we had a lot of customers like that, man. It wasn't just him, and and some of these guys are, they're like very ghetto, like they're just like Ralphie was one of them. He's a South Sider, you know, Mexicano guy, South Sider. You know what I mean? The old school, talking to you like a cholo and all this, cussing you out like a cholo, swearing like a sailor. And I'm like, Ralphie, dude. And then what's crazy was my insurance lady started working for them part time. So whenever I went to go get my paper signed in the office, she was in there. I was like, Melissa, what are you doing in here? She was like, oh, I'm helping Ralphie. He needs a secretary or something, so I'm doing this part time. And they were like, you know each other? I was like, yeah, she's my insurance lady. Like, what the heck? Well, why are you in here? But it turns out she knew Ralphie for many years, and she decided to help him with his shop. But we had a lot of crazy customers, man. You like that. Or like in the warehouse guys, they do a lot of stocking and stuff. So like, let's say a big crate of auto glass comes in. They're the ones that put it away in their respective area or whatever it is, right? But the delivery drivers, when we would get to the warehouse, we have a certain time to load up our truck and make our delivery. Well, let's say I loaded my truck, right? And I still have like 30 minutes left. Well, then I go and help the warehouse guys. And part of their job is when there's some customers that go to the warehouse. They, instead of us delivering it to them, they go to the warehouse and get it themselves. Well, anyways, there's a whole line of these guys, and they're standing there with their tickets. They're like in line, and they're standing there and they have their ticket, and you grab their ticket and you go get the glass for them and then give it to them, right? Dude, there's sometimes where they're like, hey, hey, and they're waving their ticket like, hey, 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 like, hey, dude, chill out, dude. Hey, I'm a delivery guy, dude. I'll get your glass, but don't do all this, waving their ticket at me and stuff. Hey, 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 come, come grab the, get my glass, dude. Like, man, dude, chill out, bro. That ain't my job. When you want to wait for one of these warehouse guys, they're stocking the warehouse right now. You know, you want to wait for one of them. You know, I'll get your glass, but you better be nice. You know, crazy man. Tell you, man. Or like sometimes you deliver somebody else's route, and they're all friendly with their with their driver, but he called in sick that day, and somebody's doing my route because it's easier to go to from the warehouse because the warehouse is in the south side, and I used to do the south side route, so it was closer. So, anyways, they would get the forklift driver to do my delivery since it's fast and quick, and then I'll go do somebody's delivery that they call it in sick, and they do the delivery in the north side. Well, you go and do their delivery in the north side, and they're like, "Hey, where's James? Where's James? Why are you here?" I'm like, "Dude, cause like they don't like you because you're not their delivery driver. They're all buddy buddy with James or something. You know, it's like, dude, I don't know. Oh, game speed. It's like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not James. They'll be like, you know what, James takes it out the truck and puts it away in our warehouse for us. Oh, he does? Because I don't do that. I'm gonna hand you the glass. That's my job. I'm gonna take it off the truck and hand it to you, and you go put it away in your warehouse. Dude, you serious right now? You want me to go to inside your warehouse and figure out where you're gonna put the glass? Like, dude, no. I mean, if there's like a delivery rack, then yeah, I'll do that. But are you serious? You want me to match the glass with the same glass or whatever? Like sit there and play Tetris with your glass and stuff, dude. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, but I used to make some nice money doing that. I mean, I got paid by the hour, but it was all right. That was a good time in my life. I worked there for like 5 years. I got cool with everybody after a while. And then whenever I lost the job, there was some people offering me a job. Some of the auto glass guys, they were like, "Yeah, we'll give you a job, man." I was just like, "No, man, no," because then I'm gonna see the delivery drivers and stuff. They're gonna show up, and and there could be a problem or something, or whatever it was. I mean, I didn't leave with no bad blood or anything like that, but at the time, I just wasn't ready to work there anymore, and they fired me, at the same time too. Well, I don't know what really happened. Yeah, I think I got fired. I got fired for something dumb, and but I had like a lot of strikes already. You know, that was like the boss was really cool, man. He you know, you could get like 10 strikes total, but after that you're getting fired. So I was like on my ninth one, and something happened. I can't even remember. To be honest with you, I don't know what happened, but yeah, I was like, I just got fired. I don't even know what I did after that. I don't even remember what job I had after that. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, but be safe out there, sturdy man. Be safe, man. That's everybody. Everybody be safe. If you're driving, man, the most important thing you could do is buckle up your seatbelt, man. I mean, I know it's common sense, man, but some people don't do it. You know, like me and my dad used to not do it for the longest time, but you know, now we always do it. That's like, and my little niece, she was taking her driving because I'm technically a professional driver. I have my CDL. I still have it. I just have to activate it. I haven't activated it, but I'll always have my CDL. And every time I renew my license, they ask me if I want to get rid of my CDL. I always say no. You know, because you never know. You know, but I'm a professional driver, and when we were teaching, I was teaching my niece how to drive, and uh, what should we get here? I mean, free ups looks real nice, but let's go ahead and unlock an ultimate weapon. Get that out. Get that out of the perk pool. So, anyways, I was teaching my little niece how to drive, and we got in the car, and I said, "What's the first thing you do when you get into a car?" And she was like, I adjust the mirrors and I make sure that I could see out all the mirror." I was like, "Nope. The first thing you do is buckle up your seatbelt." Nowadays they have the automatic mirrors. I mean, I guess it was like that back in the day where, okay, I'll watch it sturdy. I guess it was like that back in the day where you had to, like, push the mirror in. You remember that? But now it's all automatic. I was like, no, first you put your seatbelt on, and then you do the mirrors. Then you make sure your mirrors are right. You know. But in the driving exam, what are those, like storm chasers or something? Uh, yeah, yeah. Seatbelt will save your life, man. You know, and you might end up with brain damage afterwards, but at least you be alive. You know, that shit is so fucking important, man. Big time. Oh, what I was gonna say was, when you're taking your driver's test for your CDL, if you don't buckle your seatbelt, that's an automatic fail. That's automatic fail. Yeah. There's some guys that actually go in there to take their test and they don't put their seatbelt on. And they start the truck up, and right then and there the person from the DMV, they say, "Turn off the truck, you failed." What do you mean? Oh, dude, you got to put your seatbelt on first, then you start this truck. Like, psh, they're serious about that down here. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but that's an automatic fail. Especially you're driving the rig. You in there finna take a rig driving test? Oh, dude. And you didn't put your seatbelt on? Oh, dude. Psh, yeah. That's an automatic fail. Automatic. I don't know if it's like that for the driving test. I think with the regular driving tests, but I know that they'll deduct a lot of points from you. I think it's like minus 25 points or something. You can't make any more mistakes after that one. But yeah, and in the truck though, when you're driving the rig, yeah, Automatic fail. Yeah, we're having story time with Dbel. I'll let you know about my whole life, man. I had a beautiful freaking life, dude. I mean, I also had some very hard times, but I don't have no regrets, man. You know, I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the things that I've experienced in my life. You I see you farming tier 10, sturdy. Uh, mm. Are you gonna do your tournament anytime soon, or are you gonna wait till tomorrow? Excuse me. uh, I might not have the stomach flu. Could be this a helicopter pylori infection is a common stomach infection is caused by a germ called Hylobacter pylori, a bacteria known as H. pylori. Uh, this includes contact that happens through poor hand hygiene. Uh, are you saying you have poor hand hygiene or other people shaking your hand? The germs can also spread through tainted food and water. Oh, okay. H. pylori infections can cause stomach pain, bloating, gas, and other symptoms. Most people who become infected don't have symptoms. Oh, really? I mean, I wouldn't diagnose yourself there, Sturdy. I mean, but your situation is different. I mean, they don't have like a Christian free clinic or something. Like like sometimes the Catholic Church has clinics that they set up that are free to the public, and you can get checked out. You might want to look into something like that. Let's go health regen. Just Google free clinic, but I mean I really don't know where you're at. That's like a big city thing. Like they have them here, but when you go there, you gotta wait like 9 hours in order to get seen because everybody's going there. Everybody wants to get seen by somebody for free. You know, I mean, if it gets real bad, dude, all I can say is go to the emergency room. I suffer from burps and diarrheas. Oh, okay. Uh, yeah. I mean, like I said, if it gets real bad, Sturdy, you're just gonna have to just go to the emergency room, dude, or just go. I don't know. go ahead and go with let's go ahead and go with chain. Knock that out because I still need my yeah, I still need the coin perk, the coin trade off. Yeah, I hope you feel better there, Sturdy. Take care of yourself, man. You know, I know you said drinking aggravates you, man, but you know, maybe try drinking some water, man. My mom always used to say that, man. You know, she always used to say, drink water, drink lots of water, and get hydrated. You know, especially if you have you know the stomach stuff, you know, and all that, and you're using the restroom a lot. Yeah, man, you drink a lot of water, man. You know, you gotta rehydrate yourself afterwards. You know, or take a water pill. But I think you have to get prescribed that. My best friend used to take water pills, and they had something to do with that. They had something to do with hydrating him. He used to get dehydrated a lot. I mean, he had a lot of problems, but he had a congestive heart failure. So I don't know if that applies to your situation or not. I don't know if he use a water pill for that. You're drinking water, but it makes it worse. Yeah, yeah. You got something. You got something. I hope you feel better, man. I really do. I hate getting sick, man. You know, but I stay away from everybody. I stay away from people. Period. I don't go outside. I don't associate with nobody. The only time I ever get out is every 4 days when my dad comes and picks me up for groceries to take me grocery shopping, and we go out to eat too. We eat at a Mexican restaurant, you know. So he'll come and then he also helps me clean my apartment a little bit, you know, because there's just some things I forget to do. But lately, every day I've been working on sweeping. At least I sweep. I try to sweep every day. But my dad will come over here. He'll get the scrub brush and scrub my floors and mop and do all this stuff while I'm like laying down or something, and chilling. Because I have my two little dogs here too, so I keep them company while he's doing all that. And we talk about stuff. We talk about life and he likes to talk about politics and stuff because I can't watch the news. A part of my mental disability is if I watch the news, I think that the people in the news are talking to me. I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that they're talking at me, right? You know, that the news people are talking at you, but I think that they're talking to me, like like they're having a conversation with me. Like it freaks me out. Whenever they're like looking at the camera and they're talking, I'm like, who are you talking to? Like it freaks me out, man. And freaking there was this one time. Well, it's been a couple of times, but I told them to stop doing this. So the people at the psych doctor, there was some times where they had to see me like over the TV, and we'll go to the appointment, and I'm like, Dad, change this channel, dude. Like, why are we watching this show? And he's like, that's your doctor. Talk to her. Talk to. And I'm like, Dad, are you telling me that I need to talk to the TV? You know? And my dad's like, then he starts getting upset at the doctor. He's like, man, why are y'all doing this? My son, he, this is like the worst thing for him. He thinks the TV's talking to him, and then here y'all are doing this TV thing. Like what the dude? That's like the worst thing you could do. And so we ended up complaining enough about it, and my case manager, she went in there and she put brakes on all that. She said, do not give my client TV appointments from now on. He has to see a doctor in person, because he obviously he's you're messing with his head. You know what I mean? Pretty much, or something. It's just like, so I can't watch the news. So my dad will tell me everything about what's going on and all the politics stuff. He tells me about whatever's going on over there in Washington and all this stuff. So yeah, you're out. You work in fast food. Yeah. Whenever I was young, let's just say I worked in the nightclub industry for a while before I became a truck driver. I worked in a nightclub from 18 to like 27, and I ended up meeting my fiance there. She was one of the girls that worked there, and 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 then I decided to become a truck driver afterwards, and I was doing those long hauls, like going to California or going to like Pennsylvania or something like that, and and uh, yeah, that relationship ended up falling off because I was gone all the time and she was cheating on me behind my back. So claim these gems real quick. And oh, coin trade off. Bingo. Now we're in business. Okay, let's do this. Now watch that skyrocket. And all right, they're sturdy. Yeah. So uh, okay, let's go ahead and go with coins. And now I forgot where I was. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm, nightclub. And then I said something else. Oh yeah, the relationship ended up falling off because I was gone for so long. When you're working over the road like that, and my dad was working in the oil fields, and I just got tired of well, I don't know what happened. I think I got fired. I got fired from driving over the road. There was a situation that happened where I was backing up and I hit this tree and it messed up my my tractor. Like the tree, like I you know, it was dumb because I used to like deliver for Dollar General and stuff, and some of these Dollar Generals, you know, they're like real tight spots, you know, for a big rig to get in there and deliver to them. And anyways, there was this tree and this branch was hanging off. I didn't even see it, man, and I hit that thing. Anyways, I ended up getting fired. And my dad was like, "Yeah, come over here and work in the oil field with me, man. You know, we work in the oil field, and we used to work in the same company. You know, like dude, my dad, me and my dad are so freaking cool, man. You know, but the only bad thing is, you know, we would have to drive from San Antonio to Stockdale, which is like an hour away, right? And and man, sometimes that car ride there and the car ride back, dude, is just oh man, it gets annoying. Like you're there with your dad, and you done worked a 14-hour day, and we're both groggy and cranky and stuff, and we're driving back home arguing about stuff, you know. And anyways, but he, you know, he's cool. You know, we've always been cool. It's just, you know, sometimes we get on each other's nerves. And anyways, I ended up driving in the oil field, and and then one day I took a vacation, and when I came back from the vacation, I had to work that same night. You know, so I was already tired because I went from I mean, it was like a retreat. So it was like in Austin, which is like an hour away. And and anyways, I ended up driving back to San Antonio after you know spending all weekend at that retreat or whatever it was, and and I was just super tired that day, man, and I got into like the worst wreck of my life in the truck, and I almost died, dude. You know, and I got airlifted to the hospital. I remember it was like Army Rangers or something that airlifted me. They were like in the army. You know, I remember seeing the guy and he had like the army clothes on and he had a helmet on. You know, like the helmet that they wear in the helicopter. And he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Hey, you're being airlifted to the hospital right now." And I was like, "What happened?" You know, and anyways, I ended up like passing out and stuff. And that was the start of it, man. That was the start of my that was the start of my disability right there, man. I know I was never right after that. You know, I hit my head so hard, man. I had a bruise on my brain, and I never was truly right after that. You know, I started seeing things and hearing things, and then my life choices afterwards made it even worse, and I ended up like a crazy homeless guy on the streets for a while, and then my dad found me and he helped me. He helped me get back. He helped me. Well, you know, he helped me. You know, stop that life. You know, that crazy life that I had on the streets. And I'm just grateful for that, man. I'm just happy. You know. So it's possible, man. It's possible to get cleaned up and get out of there. You know what I mean? Like I had to clean myself up and get out of there. But you know, like I said, I still suffer from. I'll never be truly 100% all right. You know. I mean, as long as I don't watch the news, you know what I mean? Like I just can't do that. I can't do anything like that. But then I also can't be in large public places for a long time. Like at my niece's graduation, that was hard for me. You know, a whole stadium full of people and stuff. You know, I was freaking out the whole time. But my dad was right there, and he was right next to me. He put his hand on my shoulder and stuff, and my mom too. My mom was on the other side of me. It's like I'm this big kid, because they already know, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're gonna freak out up in there. So they sat next to me. They made sure that they were sitting next to me, both of them, and then I was able to calm down. Whenever I would get anxiety or something, you know. And my aunt too. My aunt is also very, like babying me and stuff whenever I'm, in situations like that. Like, and my other little niece celebrated her sweet 16 recently, and anyways, we had the whole family was there, and some of them haven't seen me since my accident. I have uncontrollable movements and stuff like that, and then sometimes I'm like a little kid. You know what I mean? Like, they had this whole table full of candy, and they're telling me not to get any candy. I was like, dude, I want a piece of candy. Like, what are you talking about, man? You got a whole table full of it over here. And they were like, no, 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 that's for later and this and that. You can't have any. And I'm over there arguing with, I don't know, I mean, I think it was my sister, the mom of my niece. And I'm like, what do you mean, dude? You got a whole freaking table full. Like, give me a freaking candy. She was like, no, Daniel, no, no, no. Hey, get over there. Go sit down with mom. Go sit down with mom and all this. And me and her having like this argument over a candy. But she was like, but she understood. But some of my other family members, they haven't seen me like that. They haven't seen me since my accident or since I was on the streets. And anyways, I was freaking out, boy. But all my cousins were at a table together, and they were all there together, and they were like helping me. They were like, calm down, calm down. And then, like, I had to give my niece it's like her last toy or something like that. It was like a teddy bear, and it's like when they turn 16, you got to give them their last toy and a bracelet. Like, my dad, no, my dad gave her a necklace, and my sister gave her what did Linda give her? Fuck. And I don't know. They had like this whole thing, and then my other sister gave her something. The mom gave her something. I don't even remember what they gave her now. Something. Just like weird. But anyways, I was the one that was gonna give her the last toy. You know, and I had this teddy bear. And boy, they like, I think they called me up last because I couldn't understand the DJ. The DJ had like an accent, like a real bad accent. Like, I couldn't understand a dang word she was saying. And and then also I have my mental, you know what I mean? And so they kept calling people up, and I was like, and I kept telling my cousins, I was like, now do I go up there? They're like, no, dude, no, that's not yet. I'm like, when, dude? Like, I don't even know how you could understand that lady, man. She's like from another country. Her accent is so deep. She's like Iranian or something. Like, I couldn't understand a word. Like, I'm not racist or anything, but like, I just couldn't understand her for legit. She said something else, and I was like, now do I go up there? They're like, yeah, now. Now's your turn. Okay, dang, man. You know? Thanks for the stream. I'm going to leave. Okay, sturdy. You're my baby. You're my baby boy. You are my baby boy. You are my baby boy. Yeah, my baby. Yeah, my baby. You are my baby. You are my little, baby. All right. Let's go ahead and defense percent. Ugh. I wonder if I was talking to myself the whole time. I don't know. That's okay.